All right, it's late December '63, and here's how things look in Virginia. This turn we're going to be destroying Rockingham, which I hope will destroy the farmlands, and then we won't really need to defend this against the Confederate. The farmlands produce a lot of supply, as you can see, 74. Um, in addition, I'm kind of like restructuring the forces, basically sending the forces back that need to be trained by Sigel's force um, in DC. From New York, um, General McDowell will leave with um, a small fleet and some reinforcements for Pensacola to take over the army structure down there. In Alabama, we're kind of doing the same, restructuring the forces. Kane will be training up the militia and conscript in Selma. Um, we have 3 divisions moving forward, and then another division from Montgomery also moving forward to take back control of this rail line here. 1 brigade will hold Montgomery. Good news is we actually captured the coastal artillery and fort batteries, so those will be coming with us back to Pensacola. In Tennessee, I think the big question is whether or not this force can escape from Lee. Otherwise, we're kind of doing the same thing, getting forces organized. Halleck is training in Cairo. McClellan is training in um, in Louisville. I'd like to get the fleet here over to Fort Henry and Donelson. They have most of our transport capacity. So we can go ahead and move this fleet away actually now. So that'll go to Island 10 since the river is actually clear for the moment. These are pretty much the highlights. Kind of looking at our defensive positions. Mobile is in a pretty good, strong position again with 3 divisions, and we have 2 divisions in Pensacola with some in the town that are kind of in reserve since we don't have the core structure set up currently with General Rosecrans being killed. Okay, let's run the turn and see what happens. Okay, pretty good turn for us. I did forget to mention, I kind of overlooked Florida, which we are in now, complete control. General Pleasanton did a very, very good job down here taking the forts. And here it is. So in one turn, he's able to basically defeat the fort. And let's see if looks like the artillery is destroyed. So yep. So it looks like the artillery is destroyed. And yeah, they didn't. None of the forces seem to have escaped, so that's also a plus. Nothing too eventful happened here, other than that this is probably a stronger force than we think, or it's probably just very well led, because our force actually retreated away from these regiments, so we didn't actually get into this area to fix. Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, our force was up here, but yeah, they must have, after defeating the railroad, retreated as well. We did take back complete control of this area. As you can see, forest is here. I think what we need to do is either get enough ships to blockade or take control of the rail line here. Not really sure we actually have enough forces to do that. Interestingly, you can see Johnson's forces down to 1 division, which is pretty interesting. Um, Down over in Mobile, we were able to destroy the rail network here, so Mobile's pretty, I think, it's pretty secure for the moment. Good news is we did dodge an additional bullet, and General Wood's division was able to make it back, and so it's probably going to take them a couple of months to recover. Our fleet also has arrived here as well. So you can see Forney has a pretty large force here. Wow, General Ewell does as well. And then Lee has the 1 division here. Oh, it looks like our general went the wrong way. Let's take a look at the weather. Weather's blocked, so the Navy here cannot escape. As far as supply goes, we brought in a lot. You can see that we've actually been pushed out of the mountain as a blizzard hit. So they're no longer we no longer have a force. We no longer have a force there. Up in DC, General Pope did destroy oh, that's interesting. So the farmlands still produce. So we're kind of still learning something new here. So I think historically Sheridan really they pretty much destroyed much of the production of the Shenandoah in 1864. It seems we can't actually do that. We were able to destroy the town, but not the farms themselves, which is kind of a bummer. But don't really have any other way around it. So you kind of get a feel for the training situation. So you can see Sigel's training up what's remaining of this division, which is nearly trained, just 2 more regiments, and the rest of the regiments here. General McClellan is training all of these forces up here in Louisville. General Halleck is training, well, he's now trained up these forces, but we'll have some more forces to train here as well. And then I think I may have showed it to you, but here is Rufus Keene training up forces. Yeah, I mean, so what I want to do is basically get everyone trained up and ready for the 1864 season. So we're not having to retreat in battles because of volunteer or conscript units that can't handle the heat. Those are pretty much the highlights. We have printed money, so we will be able to use a fair number of these are men that are waiting to be recruited this term. All right, those are pretty much the highlights. Okay, see you next time.